So here's another instalment of the lockdown diaries, or rockdown as per Google Translate. So I'm sitting here on the Kamogawa, which is the main river that runs through Kyoto. So in happier times I used to bring my tour groups down here on the way to some nice food experiences and tell them things like, well, Kyoto was built on a grid system which was imported from Xi'an in China. The important thing to consider if you're thinking about feng shui is you need to have a river running north to south down the centre of your city. And so there it is, north, south. It does all that properly. And then you've got other rivers either side of this one also flowing north to south. Then you've got the city that's encircled by mountains to the north, west and east, and it's open to the south to get all that bad energy to flow out down towards Osaka. That'll show them. So looking at comments from yesterday's video, I got the feeling that some people might think that Japan has kind of got it under control, a bit like Sweden. Okay, they're going to do something completely different to the rest of the world, but you know, they know what they're doing. So finally we've had some more communication from Japan HQ about what constitutes essential businesses. So the rundown of what are essential businesses. Well, we've got the normal ones like the supermarkets, the convenience stores and the chemists, but on top of that there's a few more. Barbers, DIY shops and izakaya, which is a kind of Japanese pub. So, barbers. What is so essential about getting a haircut at a time like this? I mean, get some clippers like me. DIY stores, I mean, I suppose you might need to go and get your supplies to make your masks. Izakayas, Japanese pubs, this is the real head scratcher. So basically, I think what may have happened here is that to reach some kind of consensus, you had one side saying, oh no, we can't possibly close these places. People need their jobs, the supply chain needs to make their money, and people need a place to unwind. The other side are obviously saying, well, could keep them open, but the virus is going to spread with all these drunken people forgetting about their social distancing and just touching everything inside. So I guess the compromise was reached to say something like, I know, let's just allow them to be open, but a bit less. So the message that has come out of the Mayor's office is saying, well, they can open till 8 o'clock. So we keep getting these random advisories from Mr. Abe, Prime Minister. Most recent is reduce social distance to 80%. No, reduced by 80%. So I suppose that means I should see 80% fewer people. 80% of the people I see should be further away. Avoid 1 in 5 people. Accept only 1 out of 5 dinner invitations. I get the feeling that when the idea of declaring a state of emergency was mooted, that Cabinet just kind of sat around and said, okay, we need to declare a state of emergency because that's going to make people see the gravity of the situation. And then someone else says, but then what happens? Well, I don't know, but they'll just work it out. The emergency sounds scary and they'll just stay home and won't go out and won't touch things. Another weird thing is weekends versus weekdays. So the Tokyo Mayor's office was saying, please stay at home. Nothing inessential on weekends, which begs the question, so what about weekdays? Oh, weekdays you need to go to work. So when the request was put out to not go out on weekends, Starbucks in Tokyo and I think across the country closed all their stores. Opened again on Monday though. Seems like the main motivator behind a lot of the pronouncements that are coming out is really to keep businesses open and to keep the politicians' friends happy.